What's that? You thought we were done with drone leaks for the year? No, not even close. This week we've got the Neo 2, a potential Avata 3, and a new Osmo Nano. We've also got a drone that was able to hold up an LED screen, and a bit more serious topic, water bombers were grounded after a drone was spotted flying in the air in northern Manitoba. It's been an interesting week. My name is Ian, and let's dive right into this week's episode of Drone News. Last week, Jesper Ellens dropped a new video of an alleged DJI Avata 3, something we didn't think we'd be talking about this soon, considering that the Avata 2 only launched a little over a year ago, and it's honestly a pretty good drone. From the leaked, albeit grainy footage, the Avata 3 appears to be the same shape as its predecessor, but with a few notable upgrades. Let's jump right in. First, the rumors suggest that the drone will feature a larger sensor and a gimbal with a greater upward tilt, which kind of hits at the fact that this might be built for higher speeds, something that the original models kind of lacked. Remember the death wobble on pretty much every Avata and or ducted GPS-based drone? Well, let's hope it doesn't happen again. The battery looks to have been moved further back, which should free up some more space for a bigger camera and more brains and elements needed to protect it. And after all, you wouldn't want to scratch that camera right after you pay good money for it. So hopefully there's a forward camera guard on this frame. The most interesting part about this is DJI seems to have gone for a 4-bladed propeller on this model, which is more efficient over long flights and long distances. And if we take a closer look, we can see something unusual hiding in plain sight. We're going to place our bets that this little drone hiding in the corner is a successor to the Neo, a drone that was originally just launched back in September of 2024. It looks pretty similar to the original model, sporting a double-layered prop guard design and a noticeably smaller frame design, but it's hard to tell what it really is at this point. We're not 100% sure why DJI is leaking a new Neo so soon after the last one is released. I mean, the Neo is a pretty solid drone, and the only thing we really wanted to see improved on it was the camera quality. If you consider the price, the size, and the weight of the Neo as it is right now, we're still pretty happy with what it offers. DJI has also registered a new trademark for the DJI Osmo Nano alongside the FCC filing, suggesting that there's a compact wearable camera on the way. Early leaks point to a modular design featuring separate camera and display units. Oh wait, kind of like what we saw on the Insta360 1R, where the camera came apart just like it was Lego. It's hard to say for sure, but we'd expect to see the Avata 3 debut sometime in the spring of next year, so as to not cannibalize the sales of the current model, of course. We've also got some new equipment test documents from FCC filings for the Mini 5 Pro, looking at the Wi-Fi signals and all the bits and bytes coming out of it, that seem to have surfaced, which indicate a big jump also in battery life. If we take a closer look, you'll notice that the drone features now a 4,680 milliamp hour battery, which is a significant bump over the previous 2,590 milliamp hour battery that was featured on the Mini 4 Pro. Now, does that mean it's going to weigh more? That's a really good question. This might be the plus size battery that's featured on the FCC filing. We're anticipating that the Mini 5 Pro will launch in August or September of this year, based on what we've seen for previous launches. And from what we gather, the drone will feature a bigger battery, probably maybe the Plus, and potentially a tri-band transmitting system similar to like the O4 Plus that's now in the Mavic 4 Pro. Video surfaced on social media earlier this week that showed a drone carrying around an LED light panel displaying what looks to be an advertisement for a water company. The post was made by Chinese company Apolum, which specializes in creating LED screens and signs for advertising. Based on the comments on the video, it's clear that people are pretty excited about this technology and its possibilities. It seems like every day we're getting closer and closer to some sort of Blade Runner-esque cyberpunk future. I've seen things. Who knows, maybe drones could be used to show ads in North America one day. Maybe, but probably not, since they're incredibly distracting for drivers. You mean like video billboards that are everywhere along the highway? Okay, this is more serious. Wildfire response efforts near Flin Flon, Manitoba were disrupted yesterday because someone was flying a drone illegally, forcing water bombers to remain grounded. According to Manitoba Wildfire Service, this interference complicated efforts to control a wildfire spreading from Saskatchewan into Manitoba. Assistant Deputy Minister Kristen Hayward confirmed the incident, highlighting a seriousness during a press conference alongside Premier Wob Canoe. Authorities expressed frustration that some individuals are still ignoring clear warnings against flying drones near wildfires, as doing so disrupts emergency operations. The results can be catastrophic. As a reminder, you cannot fly your drone within 5 nautical miles of a wildfire and can't at any time interfere with manned aviation, and doing so could result in fines up to $3,000 per occurrence for individuals and $15,000 for corporations, with the possibility of jail time for both. As a general rule of thumb, it's best to fly far away from wildfires. Just don't go anywhere near it, and we're hoping we don't see any more incidents like this, or like what happened in California earlier this year when a drone hit an airplane. A 17-year-old has just secured himself $23,000 in scholarships after independently designing an affordable and highly efficient drone all by himself. Over the past year, high school student Cooper Taylor has developed a hybrid model drone capable of vertical takeoff and landing, and it also merges the lift of a helicopter with the range of an airplane. So the project began when he got a drone from his sister that had barely 30 minutes of flight time, and he wanted to improve it as much as he possibly could. That frustration had sparked a deeper dive into the mechanics of how these machines operate. So what truly sets this drone apart from other VTOL drones is the fact that he 3D printed the entire frame, made it modular and easy to upgrade, and relied on off-the-shelf components to keep the cost low, bringing the total price down to just 1/5 of a typical VTOL drone. Now, the journey wasn't smooth. Taylor built and crashed several prototypes before finally achieving a safe flight. And good on the kid though, stuff like this takes a lot of perseverance, time, and a lot of trial and error. Today's episode is brought to you by Coastal Drone Co., us, your trusted resource in drone training certification in both Canada and the USA and around the world. Thinking about picking up a new drone? You'll definitely want a license to go along with that. Trust us, the last thing you want to be is in the middle of a shot only for an officer to confront you about it. We've trained nearly 20,000 drone pilots, helping them get their basic, their advanced, and even their Part 107, and now soon their Level 1 Complex Pilot Certificate. Wherever or however you're flying, our courses are easy to follow and will guide you through everything that you need to know. So check out the links below or visit us at coastaldrone.co to take your flying to the next level. The Strathcona County Emergency Services is embracing the future of public safety through a cutting-edge drone initiative designed to accelerate emergency response times and enhance situational awareness. I deserve an Emmy for just reading that. In collaboration with local tech firm Air Market, they are participating in the Drone First Response Program, a pilot project that will deploy drones as first responders to incidents in the Sherwood Park area. Training for this project is set to begin this summer, with drone operations expected to launch by September. We've seen drones being used in the search and rescue applications before, so it's cool to see this idea coming to flight. So according to the team lead West Abel, the drones could be deployed in less than 10 seconds and frequently reach incident scenes faster than traditional emergency vehicles. If the 2-year pilot projects prove successful, SCES plans to expand the program into rural zones as drone flight and endurance continues to improve. The technology is getting better every day. Quebec's Public Security Minister François Bonnardel has unveiled new plans to enhance security at the province's detention centers to prevent drone smuggling. The announcement follows new statistics revealing that from January to March, authorities detected 274 drones near Quebec jails, of which of these 195 of them were carrying packages, and they managed to only intercept 134. That means stuff got through. Speaking from the Rivière de Paris Detention Center, Bonnardel outlined a multi-layered strategy to address the surge in contraband deliveries by drone. The approach includes the installation of fencing around the inmate windows and over them, with the goal to physically block drone drop-offs before they even reach the prisoners. John Deere, the tractor and farming equipment company, just bought Sentera, a company that uses drones to help farmers keep their crops healthy. So Sentera's drone technology helps capture detailed images of farms, helping growers quickly spot problems like weeds, pests, or diseases before they spread. By combining this drone technology with John Deere's farming software, farmers can make smarter decisions, use resources more efficiently, and of course boost productivity. Even after the deal, Sentera will still continue to work independently and continue to partner with other drone companies in agriculture using their software technology. If you want to find more about this and dive deeper into farming drones and how they work, we've got a podcast, of course, covering everything you need to know about drone agriculture. Last week, a specialized drone valued around $100,000 was stolen from a truck parked overnight in Denver, Colorado. The drone, made by Swiss robotics company Volero, had been secured outside the home of the CEO of Tailor Made Inspections, Volero's local partner. Initially, both companies had offered a $5,000 reward for the drone's return, along with a promise to donate $10,000 to a local nonprofit charity fighting homelessness if it was recovered. Fox 31 covered the story on Tuesday, and by Wednesday morning, the thieves had contacted Volero to return the drone. Apparently, the media attention was a little too hot, and the high value of the drone was just enough to scare them into giving it back with no reward needed. Of course, they're good people. Volero confirmed that they'll still follow through on their pledge to donate that money to charity, turning this challenging event into an opportunity to help the Denver community. The Denver Police Department was involved from the beginning, but any potential charges depend on the victim's willingness to pursue legal action and, of course, the decision of the district attorney's office. So that's it for this week. Stay tuned for a podcast this Sunday where we dive deep into all the common mistakes that drone pilots like me make and how you can avoid them. In the meantime, check out our last week's episode where we interview Gab 707, a professional FPV pilot who's flown for the DRL, big budget productions including like Transformers, and captured some of the most amazing shots that you could ever imagine. As always, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll be sure to see you next time. Thanks for watching.